yes, that's what I would.
The visit of President Zuma to my family is highly appreciated. That as Africans, when someone is bereaved and is a colleague, is a comrade you have worked with, there's nothing wrong stopping you to go and attend that funeral. I mean, Dalimpofu was there. I buried Dalimpofu's mom. I spoke at Dalimpofu's mom. And it is only human, is African. And President Zuma never said we must come together as one. He said, with our different political formations, when it comes to issues of black people and Africans in particular, for us to survive this exploitation and oppression of black people from time to time, when issues are confronting our people, we need to come together and work to defeat this continuous oppression of black people. He never said collapse MK, collapse EFF, bring everybody together, less from one party. He said we've got two different political parties, but where the interests are common, we shouldn't hesitate to work together. And we're not confused about that, and we agree wholeheartedly with it. I mean, we fought a lot with President Zuma, but he still saw a need to come and say sorry to the Malema family for what happened.
Yeah.
There are people I buried their parents. They never even sent me a message. I mean, one of them, I went to their family home and they were feeding people a tin fish at the funeral. I had to take a decision there and there to go and buy a cow. And today they insult me during my bereavement.
Is that Mbuyiseni Ndlozi?
No. I mean, that will be a level of degeneration. You know, some of them, I took them to circumcision, by the way. I took them literally to hospital to be circumcised. And today they think they can speak to me the way they want. So, and the things we did to President Zuma, and is able to put aside those things and still come together and say, sorry, always when a black person dies, it affects all of us. Is that majority? I mean, not majority. But I've not done anything to President Zuma except to fight with him. I'm just giving you an example of people I did things for them.
Yeah.
And then they still can say all manner of things. And I look at them, I'm like, before you can take care of any nation, learn to take care of your family first.
By the way, is the door still?
And I must be challenged one day and be pushed. I will talk. Don't push me. You said Floyd, you never said anything about Floyd. You know why? He never dared to say that thing to me, on my face. He had access to me in private, in public. So why would I entertain such a coward? He never dared to say those things he's saying about me. He never told me, on my face. Mbuyiseni never said any nonsense he says about me on my face. And then they act all brave when they are outside. Come be brave, Let's see what's going to happen. Anything I had to say to them, I said it to them right on their faces. Some of them, I took them to circumcision, by the way. I took them literally to hospital to be circumcised. And today they think they can speak to me the way they want.
Julius Malema will never be the president of this country. I think himself, he knows that. The only people who do not know that, it is his minions, the cult followers. And there's a variety of reasons as to why Julius Malema is not presidential material and he can never be the president of this country. Firstly, for you to be a leader, you need to have Ubuntu, humility. And it is the humility, and of course, humility is accompanied by respect. And this is something that Julius Malema knows nothing of. Julius Malema knows nothing about respect and Ubuntu. Over time, he has proven this. From his days in the ANC Youth League, how he has always dehumanized those who do not agree with him. Julius Malema has always made it a point that he dehumanizes and strips those who disagree with him, strips them of their dignity. So you cannot, at any juncture, tell me that is a person who's capable of being a leader. And by the way, just to take you back, especially his minions, I'm talking about the people who recently became active in politics or just followed politics after the establishment of the EFF. Go back and look at how Julius Malema emerged as the president of the ANC Youth League in 2008 in the ANC Youth League conference that was held in Bloemfontein. Look at the violence that precipitated Julius Malema's election into the ANC Youth League presidency, where we showed bombs live on TV. I kid you not, were shown bombs live on TV by his supporters. So Julius Malema has always associated, his leadership has always been associated with violence, intimidation, and stripping of people of their dignity. Look at how he has gone to humiliate the likes of Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi. So you want to tell me that this type of a person who assists people, because let's put it clearly, Julius Malema, wherever he has provided assistance, it is not because he genuinely felt the need. It means his assistance was not sincere. His so-called assistance, it is mainly for the purposes of capturing people and wanting to control them. So he talks about having assisted, of course he's referring to Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, right? By the way, before I even get to that, remember in 2024, when Floyd Shibambu left the EFF to join Mkhonto party, Julius Malema and his minions, they launched scathing attack on Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi. Julius Malema even stretched it further to include Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi's wife, Mbabathu Monzo. What does that tell you about the person who, when he's defeated politically, meaning that if he does not have a sound political, ideological, and intellectual argument, what does he do? He goes for personal attacks. That has always been Julius Malema's style. Why did he have to track Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi's wife to his beef with Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi? Now he talks about having bought a cow for Dr. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi's grandmother's funeral. So Julius Malema is the type of a person who pretends to be helping people, but actually he wants to control them. It means if at some point Julius Malema rendered you any assistance, then you're not supposed to disagree with him in future. What kind of a sick person is that? It tells you how sick Julius Malema is. He's sick mentally and he needs help. Of course he's not going to get help because he has surrounded himself with minions whose sole duty is just to clap for him. Whether what he does harms the organization and other people, the minions cannot say anything. They have to clap. They know that. For them to keep the emperor happy, to have to clap even when the emperor is compromising the organization and is dehumanizing other people. That is the situation with Julius Malema and the EFF. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Tebos Kosana. The name of the platform is Izula Bansundu, the voice for Africans. Kama Kuma Africa.